Hey everybody, back on trail. Just got dropped off at Rock Gap and I'm actually heading southbound. I'll have to tell you that story in a little bit, but just want to let you know I'm back on trail. Heading to Albert Mountain. Gonna make the big climb, get my 100-mile marker picture, and we'll be headed north. Nice view. It'll get better. Mountain, half a mile, and from what I understand, it is very much of an incline. So I don't know if I'll film it, but I'll try if I can. All right. Well, it took me a while, but made my 100 miles. So first day back on the trail and not bad hitting the 100-mile marker. So I feel like I'm cheating, but yeah, it was a good trek back. Actually, because the forest roads are closed in the wintertime, I had to start north of here at Rock Gap and then had to actually go southbound for about 6 miles to get to this point. But I wanted to cover all of the trek that I would have missed otherwise. Plus, I wanted to get my picture. And here I am. So now I am definitely heading northbound. I'm going to do the tower real quick. I'll show you the views from the top, and then we'll get on our way. You cannot go up top. They blocked it off to prevent vandalism, but just wanted to show you 360-degree views. This is the good stuff. That's the direction I'm going to be headed. So that's northbound. Not sure if the mountains in the far distance are part of the Smokies or not, but they could be. All right, I'm gonna have some lunch and head on. So just real quick, everybody, just wanted to let you know that the heyday of these towers was back in the 30s, 40s, and early 50s, and they were built all across the country, especially in the mountains of the Appalachians as well as the Rockies. And they were built by the members of the CCC, which, if you remember, I already shared some information on Blood Mountain about the CCC. But they put that work to good use and built these towers. These towers were used during the Second World War, early 1942 through 1944, as part of the aircraft warning service. The members of the towers would actually not only look for smoke out on the horizon, they might get a call from somebody manning a radar. Back in the day, in those days during the World War II, the radars were pretty archaic, and basically you saw blips on a screen, but you didn't know what type of aircraft it might be. So they would reach out to the men in the towers, find out and have them identify what kind of aircraft were in specific locations or headed in certain directions. And 2 or 3 towers or 2 or 3 locations could triangulate on a very specific point for whether a fire or an aircraft. And that way they were able to really hone in on what type of aircraft or where the fire was exactly, and that's what the use of the towers was. This one, though, was not built until the 50s, and it actually replaced an old wooden structure, I think on Indian Mountain, Standing Indian Mountain, I believe. So that's a little bit about the towers. So there you go. Fun fact for the day. I'm back. Last view from Albert Mountain, everybody. Albert Mountain was actually, I was curious, Albert Mountain was named after a local gentleman who served in the Civil War. Albert Seiler, I think his name was. I think he distinguished himself in the Civil War. There wasn't a whole lot about him except that he served. So that's where Albert Mountain gets its name.